I'm hoping I can, yes, okay, because I'm still converting the last one. So I'm going to go ahead and record this meeting for minute taking and also to post. So for all those that are continuing to be a part of this, thank you for allowing me to record that. With that, may I entertain a motion to get the meeting started?
So moved.
Second. John Reese.
Thank you, Chef Reese. All right, all those in favor of getting the meeting started, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. All right, if you could all join me, please, in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
Pledge allegiance to the
flag
flag
of the
Of
United
the United
States
States
of America,
and to the republic
which is stands
one
nation,
nation,
under God,
God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
for all. For food, for raiment, for life, for opportunity, for friendship, for fellowship, we thank thee, O Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Okay. Thank you all again for joining us here tonight, and just ended our aquaponics presentation, which I thought was, again, an excellent presentation, something that not everyone knows about. And I was asked, where is it located? So just to remind everyone, it's right next door to House, right next door to the Harrisburg campus. We have what used to be the old PSECU building, now is the Commonwealth Charter Academy. So that mobile unit she was talking about sits right outside, right where the ATM is there, that you can still use for PSECU. So they renovated that space. They're actually on the second and third floor. It's a huge facility. But like I said, we had toured that, and we talked about getting products from, again, and then a few months later, here we hit. I believe Michael asked, what kind of clients, who are they selling to? So I know Harvest, PJ Falk, she had mentioned Harvest Seasonal Restaurant, also the Hilton. So John, I know you had purchased from.
We've been using it for a long time. I mean, a long time.
Yeah, and I believe Home 231. I'm not sure if I'm saying 231 or 321, which it is.
231.
Yeah, there's just a couple, it seems like just a few, yet they're so open to growing things. And I say just a few, but yet one person can ask them to grow an agave plant, and then they start it. So they definitely are very open to just, again, providing that educational experience. So hopefully.
I was surprised with the pineapple. God, imagine.
That's the only one? I was surprised by a lot. And can you imagine pollinating all that corn, like each day going in there? And I remember her talking about it last year so, I mean, they're interns, they get to choose what to grow, and then they get to go through it all the way through the process. I just think that's such an awesome aspect. And she's about 70 interns is generally what she has at one time, which is cool. All right, so hopefully you all enjoyed, and I'll get that recording on, so if anybody caught it late or was able to miss it, you'll be able to view that then as well, which I thought was great. I was surprised there wasn't more people on. I did feel, it's been on the events page or events tab, which I'll be honest, I don't think anyone sees. It's the ACF chef's table, there's an events tab. There was no traction, so I started putting on there just to get a little bit more traction. I got some. I know Facebook just kind of started picking up over the last week here, but there was a lot of replies that those were going to be on there. What I'm thinking is I also posted, yes, I'll record it. And then that kind of, for a lot of people, I'll be able to watch it, tomorrow if you can't make it. I don't seem to be able to win, but I'm going to keep trying different ways. Last month was a live exclusive for about the same amount of people that went into tonight, so it doesn't seem to be show me one way or the other. It seems like what the education is and what the draw is going to be, and again, the value that we add in our meetings, I think is what's going to attract people. However, I'm still excited that there were 29 people on, which at least 29, and then tonight here we have 17 with us. So we're at least continuing on with a good group, but I do want to make some progress into attracting our past members, getting more people involved. So we'll make some strides in that. But in any event, I'll go ahead and get started here with the meeting. And first up is going to be our mise en place that I just sent out, unfortunately, on Saturday. That has been posted on our website, was sent out as a Word document and a PDF. Were there any questions on the mise en place?
Oh. Nope.
Seeing none. May I entertain a motion to approve the minutes?
Approved.
Jeff Long for first. Any second?
Second.
Second.
I heard Michael. Okay, thank you. All right. The vote is for approving the motion, or sorry, approving the minutes as written in the mise en place. All those in favor, please vote by saying aye.
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 Any
Aye.
opposed? Okay, motion. All right, next up is our treasurer's report, which I'll be reporting this month and possibly next month, and then that shall be it. To go to our treasurer's report again, I just want to go ahead and bring it up so that you can visualize it here. Not a whole lot of action this month. There is a $10 service fee that came out of our checking account. I did have a call in and left a message wondering why this $10 service fee is coming out. You know, once or twice a year is one thing, but this has now been the last couple months. So inquiring to find out what that is and hopefully get that reimbursed. Again, inquiring to find out what that is. At this point, our savings account did get a 31-cent increase in our interest as well. So we have a total of $9,467.39 in our account. Any questions on the treasurer's report?
Now look good.
Okay. May I then entertain a motion to approve, please?
John Reese first.
Second, Tom.
Thank you. All those in favor of approving the minutes or the treasurer's report as reported, please vote by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, pass that motion. So then moving on then to the president's message. And I'm going to keep it somewhat brief today, but I did want to share a couple updates. So I first joined in on the Northeast Regional Conference Call, which was back on October 21st. It's a lot of the same. Let's grow our membership. Let's start these new initiatives. Let's have mentorship programs. I did push and suggest mentorship for the leadership of each chapter. You know, give some just some encouragement and direction for putting the meetings together, to making them exciting. It's great to say all this stuff and talk all this stuff, but if we aren't helped from within, I feel like there's a lot of mentorship that can start there. And we talked about the flex pay option and how many people have renewed their membership and this and this and that. One big thing that I took from it and wanted to make sure everyone was clear on was for the regional conferences next year. It will be the last regional conferences that there are. Moving forward, it will only be national conferences, which I heard a little bit about, but hearing that it was pretty solidified. Next year, we will have the Northeast, which will be in Pittsburgh. The South will be represented, and that will be, again, in Nashville. So the American Academy of Chefs Dinner will still be at the Westin with Chef Rico, April 11th, but again, it will be for the Southern region. The Northeast region, again, is going to be in Pittsburgh. Then there's Central in St. Louis and Western in Arizona. And then again, those will be the last the last regional conferences. From that point forward, it will all be national conferences only. Otherwise, I think the rest was pretty much all the same. So instead of taking too much time, I wanted to give the opportunity for all of our members to talk about where they're at. And some very devastating news that continues to be coming. Brico and Chow Bakery announced they're closing November 21st. If you have not heard that, Chef Walter Stive out in Pittsburgh, in Philly, ended up closing the tavern there. He's been there for years and years. And just now, I wanted to share with you the update today sorry, I need to share my screen in order for you to see it. The update today about the changes coming in Philly, which is just, it's circling around, and we seem to have more and more. I did feel like I had, not have it here easily. Okay, but the update is in Philly that they are discontinuing any indoor dining. They are limiting to 10 people for any gatherings outside, only family members gathering, and only 4 at a table. It seems like they completely went backwards. And in this area, we're hearing that they're not looking to pose any restrictions, but I feel like it's coming. Every email I get I'm looking to see if my kids are going fully remote at their schools, because it seems like every other school is doing it. And I just said to my husband today, what's going to hurt again is going to be the kids in school. It's going to be the restaurant industry again, as this continues to go on. I have watched the numbers from day one just because I want a comparison. And I was really shocked when we were at like 2,600 positive cases in one day, that was a new record. I kind of thought we should have been higher than that, but now it's over 5,000. And, you know, Illinois had over 12,000 cases in one day. I mean, it's just, and this is before Thanksgiving. So I think we're just getting really into the second wind of it here. And it seems like it keeps circling around. So I wanted to take the time. I want to hear from you. Where are you at? What are things going on in the industry? I know some of you are doing things currently. You know, I thought we could just go around the table instead of me talking about other announcements. Take about 10 minutes to just talk about where everyone's at. I'll just go around quick if everyone wants to take a few minutes. Renee, you're at the top left of the screen. So I'm going to start with you. What do you have going on here in the COVID era?
I mean, besides school, which is obviously a new experience. I mean, for us, it's challenging. Our trainers, I don't know how many people know what we do. Probably most people think that we just, deliver, have trucks and deliver meat and product back and forth to grocery stores and to restaurants. But we actually have a whole team of trainers that go in and work with the staff behind the deli. And we help them help them train their new hires and in proper, handling and proper slicing techniques and so forth. We're very particular about how our product is handled. We can't control what, we're not their boss, but we do try to train them properly. That has basically gone away. So our people are not allowed behind the deli counter anymore. There's no sampling of products. For a short period, they were like, well, you can sample it, but it's got to be separately contained, and then that's got to be wrapped. And, it was like it had to be in 3 layers of wrapping, but that's gone away. And it just makes it very difficult to stay on top of the quality assurance to make sure that the product is being handled and it's being, we have to be checking dates and so forth. So it does challenge us from that perspective. We also have something that probably in January may be taking a new sandwich program that we're working on. And we started this new fresh slice program, which we've had to do because the last time COVID came around, they shut down the delis. Our business, even though we're essential, our business was cut pretty much in half. And so with this fresh slice program, it's already sliced and prepackaged, but it can only be out there for a very short period of time. Because as soon as you start to slice it, you have product degradation that happens because we don't have a lot of preservatives and so forth in the product. So there is a lot more to it than just putting it on a truck, like getting it from one truck and putting it in a truck and delivering it and dropping it off, which probably a lot of people don't know about. And obviously a lot of the restaurants we had, we may be at 50% of the restaurants or small sandwich shops and delis that we were servicing before. We probably lost at least those because most of them couldn't stay open. They just couldn't find a way to survive. So it is a challenge, and finding ways to reinvent yourself and continue to support the 30 some employees we have and their families. That's what's important. Was that what you were looking for?
Thank you for sharing. I just want everyone to have an opportunity to share. That's it. Just trying something different so that we can all hear from one another for a few minutes. Thank you. Julie, I'm gonna pull on you for a minute here. Thanks for joining us.
Well, Chef Cher's on, so she's my boss, so you should probably ask her. She knows more than I do.
Right, but what are you doing? So you're working?
They opened Circular about a month ago, so I've been working in the Circular dining room.
Okay. Anything exciting going on? Keeping busy? Out of trouble?
Keeping busy, yes.
Good answer. Good answer. But it's good to see you, Julie. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right. Chef Blythe, I know you're there, but you're on your phone. I'm not sure if you can unmute. Oh, good. What are you up to lately, Chef?
Today was my first day working as a broker,
Okay.
and I was in Reading, and they were all freaking out about the announcement coming from Philly. Some people weren't. I was with a guy I used to work with at Cisco, and they were all several customers were not ordering because they were anticipating a really negative report. I mean, it's obviously not a good report, but at least for their immediate area, it's fine. But that's about it for me.
So where are you working then? You said your first day as a broker for what company?
I work for a small broker now,
Okay.
a couple of days a week, as well as working in the restaurant and the catering company. And we represent a small line, 10 items like Poppy House Pizza and a la Henry chicken and that kind of. So I was out hawking that at restaurants, and also stopped by a few grocery stores looking for retail opportunities.
Thank you for joining us, Chef. Definitely. Chef Long.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
So, as you know, Hack's restaurant on the Harrisburg campus is closed until May. So it's actually down to myself and Steve Gump as the two full-time employees that are still doing something. We're filling in at wellness screening stations at different campuses, mostly in the Harrisburg area. We also help out in the bookstore, so we become like all-purpose employees. So the bookstore is getting ramped up for spring, so we'll be, after the 30th of November, we'll be starting to do some more stuff in there. And then we've also been cross-trained as what's called casual navigators, so we'll actually be helping students enroll into their courses via Zoom sessions 3 days a week. So yeah, it's a big change. but we're still doing our Zoom cooking classes. We're doing them every Thursday, second and fourth Thursday. Of course, we won't have one this month. So we did one in November. And out of all that, we're producing a cookbook that we just sent to the publisher today. So it's called the Chef's Apprentice Cookbook, and it's actually not just recipes from the Zoom class, but it's a lot of the house favorites that came out of the Chef's Apprentice that a lot of people liked and requested. And it's about 80 recipes, and we're going to sell it through the bookstore website, and $5 for $20, and $5 out of each sale goes to the Culinary Excellence Fund.
Very awesome. And I'll make sure to pass along the link once that's at the bookstore if anyone would like to purchase it too. Great.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Chef Great, thanks for joining us. I see you going for the unmute. There you go.
I've been having some issues with this. So let's see, being retired is the things that I do being retired aren't happening. Like Shalom House, they're doing very little, and what they are doing, it's all with staff that's involved with it. I do price some things for and create some menus and things for. They have the Dauphin County Courthouse. They have the cafe down there. So I do some things with them. All the things that we do as the ACF, everything is pretty much on hold until this thing's over. So hanging out at home, and actually was able to redo and re-season all my 29 pieces of cast iron. So look out in the spring. There'll be a hell of a fire in Lemoyne, let me tell you. So that's all I got.
Great. Thank you, Chef. Doogie, you see you're here. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, we're just dealing with the park. As it is right now, the park is open. Candy Lane will be open weekends until December 5th, and we'll be open 7 days a week, 5 to 9 and 2 to 9 on the weekends. Attendance has been good, much better than most people would expect, but it is all outside, and we have a lot of guests that are traditionally, most of them are from out of state. So that's about it. I'm a pizza maker, so that's my job. That's it.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Chef Harris there. Thanks for joining us.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, from Hershey's standpoint, I would say we certainly have lost a lot with not having banquets all of this year. We've learned how to adapt just like everyone else. So a lot of the employees that were furloughed for so long may have been working either at the park or slowly brought back to work. As Julie mentioned, she's in circular and she had never worked there before, but when we pulled her back, we were just opening that. So it was good for her to go through that experience. It's just, no outdoor dining anymore, and we don't know how long we're going to have indoor dining. So that's the big talk this week, of course, if that's going to happen or not, or they're going to bring that down, and that certainly will impact a lot. But overall, the hotel is full due to Hershey Park being open. So we're thankful for that.
Thanks for joining us, definitely. Michael, Chef Herons. Oh, you're on twice. I'm clicking on something else.
Yeah, you can unclick. Hold on.
Okay, we can see and hear you just fine.
Okay. I'm so happy to hear Doogie's doing something Italian. It matches his blanket. And Tom, we're going to be calling you Dean long in the near future, the way you're going.
Never know.
Do you have any updates or all jabs?
Well, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
All right, I'm done. But from an ACF perspective, an accreditation side, I was in Cleveland last weekend doing a school there, and their governor is gonna eventually shut things down again. It's everybody remembers Paul from the ballpark. He was out there and he did the visit with us, so we were tracking what was going on there because we were afraid the school was going to shut down in the middle of our visit. We've got one coming up in West Virginia. I anticipate that being delayed just based on what I'm hearing and looking at the numbers in West Virginia. So the news today from Philadelphia was devastating. I can only hope that it doesn't reach us here, but it is going to, and we have to remember that 80% of our industry is unemployed. And some of these unemployed jobs are eventually going to turn permanent, which is just going to be a sad state of affairs. There's a big rally with PRLA on Wednesday, from what I understand, out at the Capitol. I know my wife from the hotel is going to be attending. So anybody that has the opportunity to get out there and show support, that'll be a big thing. So fingers crossed. The 2 vaccines that were announced yesterday and today, let's hope that they come to fruition. And let's hope that our current administration finds it in their heart and or brain for us to actually continue to do something about this pandemic other than just sit back and watch it fester, so that the new administration picks up, inherits something that is just going to be insurmountable. So the only other jab I have is, Charlie, love the background, especially when you disappear. Thank you.
It's a good thing there's a mute button on this.
Good thing I have a mute button.
Anna, thanks for joining us. I see you got home okay.
I just got off work from like a 12-hour day, so I'm working at Messiah Lifeway. I don't know if anyone's seen the news recently, but we've had an outbreak there. It's in the main building, which is more for people that are recovering and like for the sick. So I have no connection with that building, so I'm not involved with that, but we get tested every single week. Get our temps checking every day. So they haven't shut us down yet. By shut us down, I mean closed. We won't get shut down. That's the good thing. Like, I'll always have a job, but they will close our doors and we'll be delivery only. We've done that a couple times already. So we're just waiting to see if that's going to happen, because right now we're up to like 90 cases. We have had 9 deaths.
Wow.
Yeah, actually, I just got a notification today that there was like 5 more cases. We're getting texts every day. National Guard is here. They came today to help out. They need nursing help. They need people, delivering food. They need people mopping the floors. So the National Guard is there right now helping out that building. So
Wow.
yeah.
Thanks for sharing. I heard I think it was 30 cases, and that was a couple days ago. So I was going to ask you.
90 residents. There's also nurses and
Wow.
kitchen staff and stuff. There's about like 20 of them. So.
Wow. Well, stay safe for sure. Now that you know your mask helped you as well as everyone else. Sorry to make light of it, but yes, definitely stay safe. That's pretty scary going to work knowing that the next building over. Wow. Well, thank you for sharing. Thanks for coming. Rashida, I see you're there. Sorry to catch you off guard. Hi there. I can't hear you, so I don't know if your volume's working. I know you unmuted yourself. Oh, there you go. So how are classes going? You're taking a lot of classes. Your kids, sorry, are going to CCA, right?
Say that one more time.
Your kids are going to CCA, right?
Yeah, my kids go to CCA, yes.
I just wanted to, because we just had that presentation and I kept thinking, oh, I wonder if your son's going to get into that program or, you know.
Oh, kind of weird because just last Thursday, all three of them had a virtual tour of AgWorks. So then I was like, okay, so now I'm watching it for the fourth time on Monday. But yeah, they found it interesting and they all want to be a part of it somehow. So when it's available, you said, yeah, you can be a part of it. Well, you can do what you want to do.
A couple of us were texting how we wanted to be a part of it. So that's so awesome that Renee asked, because at one point I said, oh, I even want to be a student. And then I should say, scratch that. I'll be a volunteer, because you could go in there but it sounds like, and that's great because they're at what, kindergarten or first grade? Kindergarten.
I have kindergarten, 4th, and 6th.
So, I mean, they're exposing it to kids at all ages, which I think is awesome. So,
right.
School going okay for you? I mean, student perspective in the middle of COVID?
It's going okay, but I feel like sometimes they may not understand that, yeah, it's school online, but with a pandemic, we have other things still going on besides, just school, housework, and things like that. But I mean, my shopping has been different because I have to sit and plan to order it online. I gotta order and figure when I'm gonna pick up or have it. It's just a lot more into it because I don't want to expose myself and then expose everyone here. And then, so I've been doing a lot of mentally preparing to order.
It seems like you maybe have monkeys climbing on you all the time.
Yes.
But I mean, and that was something Dr. Ski, our president, had mentioned. He said, students are they've got so much else going on. A little compassion will go a long way. And the idea that they don't want to hear about your problems. They don't want to hear about, oh, it's a struggle teaching online, or, oh, it's a struggle to do this, that everybody has their own, everybody has something different. So, well, good. Well, hi to your little ones, and thanks for sharing tonight.
Hi.
All right, we have a couple more members here to go through to see what's going on. Donald, I know you joined us here tonight. Thanks for joining us. I know you're not at the governor's residence doing an internship now. What are you doing to keep yourself busy?
Well, this past week I did 3 days of prep with the church. We put out a little over 300 lunch. It was a full turkey meal. So it was after our Thanksgiving service on Saturday night. And then I had them all boxed up and everybody's names on it. The families came down and grabbed the bags and left. So, pretty good success, and everybody enjoyed the meal.
Good. So you're keeping yourself busy. No doubt cooking, but sounds good. Well, thanks for joining us, Don. Chef Reese, enjoying retirement, or did you find a new gig already?
Until.
So you unmuted but muted again, quick. There you go.
My retirement is going good. I got a couple of things going on. A couple I know Tom along us about a month ago sent me the information some Harrisburg Arts Council, and I'm going to do a couple of cooking videos for them.
Awesome.
I'm going to do, they want me to do so many things. I said, I'm retired. I don't want to do too many things. I just want to work a couple of days here and that's all. So there's a couple of things going on. Besides that, I watch my granddaughter every day from about 8 until about 1. When I get tired of her, I send her up the street. There, go to your mother now. When I get tired of her, but I never get tired of her. They closed my grandson's school, so he's doing virtual from school right now. He goes to the Winding Creek Elementary School in Harrisburg, so they closed that one down. So it's enough things to keep me busy.
And your cooking demonstrations. I saw your videos started back up.
I do some videos all the time. I got about 5 videos that I haven't posted yet. I got so I'm doing all kinds of things right now. Every time I do something, I did a crab bisque yesterday. I'm gonna post that. It came out real good. I did a cream of asparagus soup today. I'm trying to do something simple. So I do a lot of that. I'll do it all that. But it keeps me busy. Except my dog is always barking in the background. He always has to he has to be part of the show all the time. So I'm enjoying it. I know you already said Rico's closing on the 21st. It's a sad after 14 years. I know I pretty much put that one together with you guys from Hack and Bill and Jason and all those people that were involved with it. But I still got a feeling somebody's gonna pick it up before the end of the year. Talking to Jason a lot. I know he wants it real bad, but unless they work out a good deal, I'm pretty sure by the end of towards the end of the year, when they don't come up with any buyers, I'm pretty sure they're gonna come out working a deal with somebody, because they need to stay as a restaurant. I mean, all the restaurant equipment there. What are they gonna do with all that stuff? So I'm pretty sure that's gonna stick around. So that's pretty much all I have. I wish I was in the beach. That's what I wish I was. But thank you very much. Nice back.
Well, thank you, Chef. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Chef Robach, are you able to unmute yourself? We haven't heard from you in a while. I'm not sure if you can or not. Let's see. All right. Not seeing any quick. All right. How about Faith? Are you available or are you working currently? She may be working too. Oh, go ahead, Faith. I can see you.
I'm going to step into the office real quick. So I really couldn't hear what's going on, but I think everyone's just like saying a little bit what's going on. So I'm at work. Hashtag blessed to be back at work, so I can't be very long. But I've just been working. I've been working all different hours that is available. So that's kind of what I've been up to. Been doing a lot of new things, going from AM banquets to PM, working both restaurants. It's been a struggle, yet it's been really enjoyable. So I'm still kind of adjusting to my new position and getting to work with a bunch of different people. And yeah, it's just really awesome. And I have a ticket, so I got to go. But it was nice seeing everyone.
Thank you, Faith. Sorry, I left myself muted. Thank you. I thought she might have been working there. And Chef Robach, were you able to unmute? Okay, it looked like he was unmuted, but I think I had, I think I got everybody on here. Again, it's 2 pages there, but so thank you all. I just thought it was important that it's been a while, and I feel like we get on these meetings and we all just give our same updates, and I just thought, especially with it, 20 of us here, let's all hear what everyone's doing just a little bit more. Speaking of which, it's kind of my idea for December as well. December is always a holiday party, which would be great. And no one would love to get together more, to get together and celebrate the holidays. And I know we're just not there. So we were trying to come up with something that maybe would be a little bit more fun, exciting. And I know half of you on here at least can share some pretty awesome gingerbread house stories, whether awesome or awesomely annoying stories, or, there's something about them. I've made quite a few in my lifetime. I know Brian and Bob are not on here with the apprentices, but I know they make gingerbread houses. Julie came up with an idea. I talked with Chef Van French on, I think it was Thursday or Friday, and I got him locked in there. He willingly locked into providing a fun and exciting December for us. It'll be December 21st, our Monday night, but a gingerbread house demonstration or clips from he was on the TV network in a couple different competitions and tips and tricks. And Anna and him are hooked up to, put something together so that we could all sit back with our hot chocolate, coffee, hot tea, wine, beer, whatever we like, and, see just some awesomeness about gingerbread houses and maybe share some stories. Not really have an official meeting, but again, just something fun if anyone would want to be on there, just more so the camaraderie aspect of it. So that's what we have coming down the pike for next month. And then that'll take us into our January, which I foresee Zoom in our future until we can get out of it. And I'm anxious to get out of it, but until we get any sort of clearing, there's no sense in setting up any dates or any locations for next year. So we're going to continue with educational presentations via Zoom for now, knowing that as soon as we get the green light, we will jump forward to finding host locations for next year. At this point, there's no sense in locking them in for the hopes of doing it and then having to reschedule. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move on. Thank you all for sharing. I thought it was great again to hear some updates, maybe not so great. Anna, again, I'm sorry, and that's very scary, but hopefully everyone stays safe for the most part. Next up on the agenda, Michael, if you could talk about, remember the Board of Governors meeting, everyone, that was October 30th, and I was unavailable at that culinary curbside to go gala, which went very awesome, I must say. I never want to do it again, but it went very awesome. And sorry, Renee, I realize that was your class. It was very awesome. I never want to do it again, but it was very awesome. At the same time, Board of Governors meeting, Michael, you attended with the chapter proxy. Thank you again. Any recap summary information you can give us from?
It essentially boiled down to voting on the budget. There were a couple of key questions that were asked. ACF received PPP money from the government. And they're writing the grant now to turn that into, they're writing a paper now to turn it into a grant as opposed to a loan. If it's a loan, it'll have to be paid back. It took me three tries asking the same question to get an actual number out of them, and it's about $330,000. So if it turns into a loan and you add that to the existing note, that's well over $1.2 million that the ACF is in debt. So not pleased to hear about that, and not anxious to continue that upward trend, but we're hoping for more transparency, and we're hoping for an actual plan to pay that debt down. Nobody would commit to anything. They just said they're going to keep doing it. I know early on somebody did have a plan. I believe it was Mark Wright had a plan on what to do. Apparently that wasn't passed or accepted. So I was not quiet. There was a point where I think Jim Taylor just was ready to shut me down, but that's all here and now. That's all then, and it's over with. But we really tried to hold them accountable and their feet to the fire. So the budget was ultimately passed. The questions that we asked had satisfactory answers, but the big variable remains the outstanding note that has to be paid down, and whether or not the PPP turns into a loan or a grant. So,
and may I ask, the PPE grant versus loan, is that money that is being given to the ACF to then give to members, to give to someone else? I mean, what is that for?
That money was to pay payroll, to do payroll at that
Okay.
location. So
Okay.
very early on during COVID, if everybody recalls, there were PPP grants that were provided to businesses who were shut down or their business was impacted by COVID. So that's what that money went for. And that was, if you were able to keep people on payroll, that was what it was for.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Does anyone else have any questions about the Board of Governors meeting? Thank you again for that. I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move on to our new officers. I'm excited to announce, and everybody has been notified. I've already talked with everyone. So as your current president and your elected new president, I'm just going to go through the list here and read that for us. So vice president, well, and let me say there's 37 votes casted. So thank you all those that voted, and there's obviously more than what's here. I would like to see that number much higher, but yet 37 is still more than what, any of the other surveys had on there. So again, at least we're getting some participation. I definitely next year want to set goals, set strides to try and achieve, more participation. But still 37, I was happy with 37 to have, some variety in the voting, definitely. So there was not a choice. However, I was elected president, yes, with all nomination or all votes. VP, it was a tight race, but Tom Long received the vote for our vice president position. Yes, thank you and congratulations, Tom.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, Chef Reese, for your willingness to step up. I encourage you in 2 years, there's still going to be an entire board that's going to need your participation. So in the meantime, there's many other opportunities. But thank you again for your willingness to be on the ballot. Secretary is Renee Nasta. Thank you again for stepping up for that. Treasurer, we had both Cher Harris and Anna Smith running. Cher Harris won the vote. Congratulations to you, and thank you for stepping up, and thank you, Anna, for your willingness as well. And then our student representative is Rashida. So congratulations. I say congratulations to you all because I know what a wonderful journey it is, what a wonderful thing it is to be on this position, but I'm really excited. I really am, to have a great leadership team to moving forward, to having, mid-month meetings and to, again, see how we can get out of this COVID area and coming stronger and having, an exciting chapter that I'm looking forward to Monday nights joining together with. So congratulations. Thank you all. I know you're all going to do a good bit of work. Okay. I see.
Autumn.
Yes.
There's one thing I did want to mention.
Mm-hmm.
On the Board of Governors meeting, there were over 160 people representing chapters. It was a good number. Maybe it was 130. I don't know. The lowest vote count that we received was 60 votes. It was as simple as pushing, tapping the phone screen to vote, and it was embarrassing. So
out of 130 people, only 60 people actually voted.
That was the lowest. The highest was 85 at any given time. So for a lot of the chapter presidents or representation, it was really a check in the box that they attended.
Right.
So I did want to get that out because voting is really not that hard, and we do a lot in order to get that privilege to vote and elect our leadership. And for the general membership within our chapter, I'm disappointed in the number. You may be happy, but it's sad that we don't have more people getting out there and casting their votes. So that's all I'll say. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. And I always try to look on the bright side of things, and that, 37 is better than 5. I'm with you. I would like to have a lot more, but it made my job a little easier to count. Okay. Just teasing. So moving on then, education. Anna, I know we had talked about Chef French, for December, and then January you have lined up, remind us.
To take a tour of another round, the kitchen consignment store, and he also has the I'm gonna try to talk to him about his community kitchen. It's shut down right now, but possibly asking some questions about that and doing a Q&A.
Great. Any other updates for the education committee that you have?
Nope, just those 2 so far.
Okay, thank you. And Bob and Brian are not on again with the apprentices. If you remember from last meeting, they are taking their written exams, the written certification exams here today. And I believe they took the ServSafe test. That would have been several weeks ago, but scheduled for today was the written exam. So they are currently all doing that. And I wish them best wishes from the chapter here earlier when they let me know that as well. Moving on then, we have competitions. I know Susan is not with us. I know, again, the idea of, trying to do anything right now, let alone an extra, local certification of competition isn't happening. Social media, Renee, anything you would like to add for social media?
No, not really, not currently.
Okay, thank you. Faith, I know, is working, so I'm not going to bug her about the student outreach. However, if you noticed in the Mise en Place this month, we ran Rashida, and I thought that was well deserved. I know it was only 2 months ago. I know she's probably like, come on, but the idea again, I think you needed to be highlighted one more time. And I think Faith is putting together something to kind of recap, highlight all the student spotlights from the year for the last newsletter of the year. But again, she's always looking for it. And please, I'm not just talking to educators. If you think of someone, even that's on this call, like this is a student that needs, a little recognition. All you have to do is send Faith a name. She will, the contact, she'll reach out, she'll do an interview. So I'm gonna just continue to spread that word because I think it would be great if she had a long list. All right, Michael, anything for certifications?
We do have a gentleman that wants it, but in light of the spike in numbers and let's just do the responsible thing, we're gonna try and defer until January. We do need to find a location. We're going to probably end up doing it at his place, which is about 2 hours away, hour and a half away or so. Clark Hammond, who's also a member of our commission for secondary. So, but other than that, nothing. And if you look at the website, there are no certification exams taking place other than written, and CCE is doing their videos.
Okay, thank you. I know Bob had already emailed me saying there was nothing new to report for the Ronald McDonald House or the food bank. The American Academy of Chefs, just the only update again is my note that the Academy dinner will be on April 11th in Nashville, still at the Westin with Chef Rico. Is there any other old business anyone has? Okay. Moving on then, is there any new business anybody has?
Autumn, I just want to bring up that some of us know Chef Henry Holler from the White House. He had some interaction with our chapter in the beginning. He also, every time the hotel would have during the apprenticeship at the Hotel Hershey, he would come up and judge the graduating class. And I know that I sat in on 2 of them. And I know he did Bob and Brian's graduations. He passed away last year. Oh, great guy. He's been in the ACF forever. Just a super educator and culinarian. So just wanted to bring that up. Great friend of the ACF. And he actually helped in the starting of our chapter. So.
Wow. Thank you, Chef. I appreciate that. I know you said last year, but was this last week?
I did just last week. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. Does anyone else have any new business? It's really only 8:30. We could open it up for Michael to talk longer. See, I made an attempt for us all to open up and be able to talk more, and then to fly through an agenda, and then it backfired, and now it's only 8:30.
It's okay. We started at 6:30. Don't forget.
I know we did, but again, I thought that presentation was awesome. I don't know. I hope you guys did as well.
She did an amazing job.
Always that way. Always that way. Great education.
I'm gonna go back and eat tilapia now again, since it's a firmer. It has to be firmer though.
Yeah, really.
I had one of those fresh tilapia. The scales are pretty thick. All right. Anything else anyone has for the good meeting? Okay.
Thank you, Autumn.
Can I get a motion, please? Thank you.
See you guys later. Congratulations, guys.
Hold on. May I entertain a motion to adjourn, please?
Yes.
Move to adjourn.
Thank you. Thank you. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Have a great evening, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye from the beach of the Caribbean.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Whatever, John.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving.